Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So, looking a little bit an area of concern, should we say. It is swinging around, and you can see this level that I've just put in here. You can see how we have interacted with it over the past couple of weeks. And if you can go back in time, you'll probably find that we're interacting with that quite some time in the past as well. So you can see all the way back to January. Is it January? Yeah, all the way back to January last year, and then back to March this year. So, or should we say April and now May. Anyway, this is a fairly significant level. That's 14,100. So 14,100, you can see how price is just swinging above and below it. Look at the oscillators starting to roll over, starting to cross over. Our question is this a rejection? Nice big rejection bar, and then we sort of got a pullback, trying to get back above it, trying to make a new high. So market is trying to reverse here. I would take it with a big pinch of salt, to be honest. And this is our line in the sand, so that's 14,100. If we start dropping below, so the lower time frames, you'll see different patterns emerging. So the first one is that we have got above the 155 EMA and sort of a range bar on it, then an engulfing bar off it. So very possible that that was a retest of the break, and it was successful. We haven't had a successful one in a few weeks if you look at the historic data here. So that's the first point. Second point is we've got to cross over the moving average to the upside, which is now completely different to what's brewing on the 8 hour. So at the moment, I am very much sit on hands. This pullback here onto the moving averages with the oscillators grouped to the downside could very well have been a retest of structure. And if we just put a level in, you can see there was our previous pin bar swing high, and we got above it, a bit messy there, and then we got sort of back. I mean, I can put that there. You can see two tails to the bottom, basically off that level. So could very well be the start of a move to the upside, and that also validates this big inverse cup and handle. So there's your cup and there's your handle. So it is a consolidation pattern, and it is roughly 580 points, which would take us to break this trend line. So for me at the moment, the only thing that is going to get me along is a convincing break of 14,100. It's going to need to run a little bit, then come back, and I'm going to be looking for the first successful pullback onto any breakout. So it could be any one of these tails, doesn't necessarily have to be 14,100 for an opportunity to be long. Converse is true. If we break below 13,877, then I'm looking for a move to the downside. First move will be this gap close. Then I would expect a pullback to come and test it, another rejection of that, and that's another opportunity to be long, to start testing some of these lows here. So really a consolidation pattern from yesterday that is brewing, and you can see with pretty much a range that's formed. We're looking for a break to the upside or a break to the downside, and be ready to take either one of those trades. At the moment, on the 15-minute, you can see there was the structure. There's a little gap to the downside here as well, which you need to pay attention to. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a rejection off here at the open, and then a move down to come and test this area while we're waiting for data to come out today. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Bit of diversions here on the 15 minutes as well. So definitely don't want to be chasing longs here. Wait for the break for the longs, or possibly another setup like this off the bottom, which would just be validate the range. If you're going to play the range, then what you want to be doing, this is your stop area here. So you're going to be looking for a pattern that forms there on the 15-minute, and you're looking for 110 point stop loss. But my problem with that is this big gap. It's going to act as a magnet. So often when there's data and the market reacts to it, you'll see a quick squirt down to target, and then eventually close that, and then buy a step in from down there. So I'm very cautious on this, very much sit on hands until we start breaking this trend line and this level, which is 14,100. So 14,100, it's been a thorn in the DAX aside for so long, pretty much 2 years now. So respect it. That's basically what I'm saying. If we're going to break it, we should break it. We should come back and test it and then hold and then start moving. That is going to be a pretty bullish signal for you. But if we reject it again, you're looking for maybe another base to be formed off here. Alternatively, that'll be a double top off a major level, and then this is your neckline of the double top. So you'll be looking to drop below this area, come back and test it at 13,877, and then you're looking for shorts. So sit on hands until one of those two levels are taken out. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.